Out here today. We've got two great guests on the air with us during the Focus on Shelton, brought to you by our community credit union. It is Shelton Police Chief Darrin Moody and Carrie Lemmon, who's the Executive Director of United Way. Good morning to you both. How you doing?
We're doing great, Jeff.
Good
morning.
to see you both here. And
I don't know if you can see it, Jeff. Is it in there yet?
No, it's not. Put it up in front of your face.
Very
There's his
Look
cute
at that.
little Oakland A bear.
I like
So
it.
that was brought in by someone here locally?
A local A's fan brought it into my office. Said they've had it for years, and they said the A's are on a roll right now. So, get your good luck bear out.
There
Very
you
nice,
go, I
very
guess.
nice.
Well, don't win too many games there. Carrie, let's move on to some better news here. The United Way Day of Caring starts on Friday in Shelton, Belfair on Saturday. Give us again the logistics of how this is all.
Wait, are we talking about Day of Caring first?
Yes.
Okay, then I have to do this.
Oh, you have to put your Day of
I have
Caring
to
shirt
take,
on.
Carrie's been talking about this for a while.
Like
and
this.
So...
Now this has turned into a great segment.
All right.
Hello.
Okay, there we go.
Nice. I like that.
Chief Moody now has his Day of Caring shirt on.
There we go. I had to
And,
switch shirts.
Beautiful.
You're on the board now, right?
I am.
You're running the thing, the president of the
She
board?
runs the thing.
I know she runs the thing, but you're the president of
Yes,
the board
sir.
and all that
Yes,
stuff?
sir.
Good to
Very
get
cool.
more involved in the community than you already do. Carrie, talk to me about
We
Day of
didn't think
Caring.
that was possible, but
The
yeah,
shirt
so-
or getting involved?
both.
A little bit of both.
So it's our 10th annual, third dump day. So that incorporated a couple years ago with a conversation with a couple community individuals and Mason County, and how can we bring this to our community? And so we are on our 10th one this year.
So this is an opportunity for folks to bring in any sorts of stuff in their yards or any in their homes, and it's able to dump. Normally there's charges if you go to the different dumps around the area.
That's right. Yep. And thanks to Republic Services, Mason County Garbage, and Mason County, we brought together and got all the details and logistics together, so we're able to bring this. It's not going to be completely smooth. You're not going to pull up and be out in 5 minutes.
Sure.
In order for us to bring this, there unfortunately will be long lines, so we want people to know that. But it's really, really important that they get the details off of the website because there's 2 locations, 2 different days.
Okay.
So we're not taking these to the Mason County landfill. Do not go out there and do that. This is strictly at the locations listed on the website.
So
That comes into a lot of confusion. Is people show up out at the dump and say it's free day to dump out here, and it's not.
okay.
Right.
Where in town are these places for people? Are the big bins out now as they'll start to see them, or they come in tomorrow, Friday morning?
Yeah, they're going to come in on Friday morning, and they're going to be Friday is at Oakland Bay Junior High.
Okay.
So we had a great partnership with the school district and the logistics. Each year we keep improving, and I think this is going to be the year where we've got it down. That has the best layout. So you're going to want to enter on Shelton Springs. Into Oakland Bay Junior High, and then we'll have them exit out to Wallace Neyland.
Okay.
And it starts at 9:30.
UnitedWayMasonCo.org is the website. We'll put the links here in the show notes as well. Starts at 9:30.
Yeah, last year we had it in the downtown area, and it did cause some traffic congestion, and there were some lines. Luckily, United Way and Carrie's able to pull together a huge group of volunteers to pull these things off. But, just go like you're going to the high school, in between the high school and OBJH there, and you pull in right there. It'll get people off the road for the most part.
And there are drop-off areas even included with that for tires, appliances, and the like, it looks like on the website here.
Yeah, we reached out and thought, what are we seeing on our roadsides? We're seeing mattresses, we're seeing tires. Well, those are the big things. We see a lot of other items. And so I thought we have to find out a way that we can bring these. And by partnership, this really was, because that costs money to be able to dump those. And we do have some fees. They couldn't get rid of all of them. So we do have sponsors that were able to cover those fees for the tires. And I thought, you know what, we have to make this happen. We'll fundraise to find the money to do that, because we don't want them alongside the road. And every single phone call this week has been on
To
that.
be able to go somewhere and dump stuff that you've had in your yard.
Oh,
and maybe
yeah.
You can't afford to go to the dump or whatever.
Yeah,
or
there
you don't
are.
have a truck or whatever. So that's awesome. Are they still doing the donations for school supplies too?
Yeah, so United Way is all about partnerships. So we wanted to partner with the Shelton School District for Friday and the North Mason School District for Saturday in doing a fill the bus. So certainly always take donations of any kind, but we're really focusing on the school supplies
School
for getting the
supplies,
kids
that's
back to
awesome.
school.
So let's move now to Saturday, and it is going to be another dump day, but it's at the North Mason School District office. Is
That's
that right?
correct.
Okay. So that again, 9:30 to 1:30 at 71 East Campus Drive up in Belfair, and that is all also part of the Belfair events that are happening. What are some of the big groups of folks that will be out in the community that we'll start to see through the next couple of days?
So we have a lot of individual volunteers, and then we have individuals that are part of a group. So, and those are typically like Peninsula Credit Union. I've got a list here.
There was even last year. There was even some service clubs the last 2 years that would go out in groups and offer to clean up yards. Like you were saying, there may be people out there who either it just got overwhelming for them and they just gave up. Older folks who can't do it or can't afford it. So there's been service groups that have gone out there and literally mowed and cleaned up yards and dumped.
That's great.
So
That's
cool.
great. So there'll be a lot of folks also along the roadways too. So if you see folks, make sure you slow down and give them a break there as you're
Exactly.
working
See
on
orange
that.
shirts flying around. They're cleaning up. So
That's the color this year.
That's the
Big
color.
orange shirts. Very cool. So this Day of Caring goes on tomorrow, and the dump day is going to be at Oakland Bay Junior High on Shelton Springs Road, and it is a free dump day for all Mason County residents. And like Carrie says, this is taken advantage highly by a lot of folks, so do anticipate some lines. You're not going to get in and get out in a super quick fashion, but you'll get on your way before too long. About 300 volunteers working throughout the community.
And you can like buddy up, maybe if you don't have a full truckload,
Sure, get your
together
neighbor
with your
and
neighbors, everybody go
Absolutely.
together.
get it out of there. Start cleaning up the place.
And I got to give credit. As a board, we make decisions and do things, but it's really Carrie and her staff that pulls this off. I mean, when you can pull off 300 volunteers in a town this size,
Right.
and I don't know if you saw it last year, but the amount of stuff that was dumped was incredible.
Wow.
I don't even think you expected as much to come in. And from our point of view, public safety in the city, what is our biggest complaints we get around town is the garbage.
Sure.
Right.
And so now's a chance for you to clean your yard or just haul it over there and we'll take care of it.
Very nice.
In general, Carrie, what are some ways that folks can help and volunteer, give back to United Way if they so desire?
So 3 ways: you can volunteer, you can donate, or you can advocate. And to me, this is a big opportunity for everybody to advocate. So there's not a lot of information that people know about United Way. We're still running into that. So me and Chief Moody are really wanting to break that down this year. So knowing and seeing what's going on this day, you can then turn around and go and tell your neighbor a little bit about what United Way did that day and what they do in general. So that's the biggest thing somebody can do. Doesn't take a lot of time, doesn't take money. But if you do have time and money, we'll take that too.
Sure. And you're located, tell us folks where you are if you want to come into the office.
Yeah, so we're at 536 West Railroad, which is right next to Blondie's. So, just right down the road in the
Very
old transit building.
Very cool. Now, you want to put your other shirt back on?
You know
Do
what?
We get the.
I'm just there. How's that?
Now you're back. You're back
Perfect.
under Chief of Police role here. There are some emphasis patrols coming
Yeah, I
up.
wanted to let folks know that thanks to our staff and Captain Fiola, they were able to secure some grant funding from Washington Traffic Safety Commission. And in that grant funding, what it does is it allows us to put patrols out, and it pays for their overtime. And so a certain allotment of money will be towards nothing but DUI emphasis patrols and education. And I emphasize education. It's not just going out there and arresting DUI drivers. This is stopping people, educating people, letting people know what's going on. And there's parameters we have to work within. I mean, it isn't just, here's your free money, go out and do this. There's
Right.
guidelines we have to report back to them of what we do, how many contacts we make. But it's a good thing for us to be able to do because, the day-to-day patrol guys and gals are out there doing everyday calls. This way, their focus is nothing but traffic safety.
Talk to me, if you can, a little bit about some numbers. I know when we traditionally think about DUI, that is a drinking offense, but now with the recreational cannabis and things like that, what are those numbers? I don't really hear a lot about folks being pulled over and ticketed or educated on driving while high.
And it's a very difficult thing because the state of Washington, like many other states, said, great, let's legalize cannabis, let's legalize marijuana. Oh, now we need to put in these things over here to track what we do. And that was kind of a hindsight afterwards. There are rules and laws about, open container of alcohol, open container of marijuana, very similar. But they're still trying to come up with accurate means to measure what constitutes driving under the influence of marijuana because it stays in your system longer, but you're not necessarily affected by it. But we just, one of our officers, Sierra Paulson, just got back from a class that's educating her in what we call a DRE, a drug recognition expert. And that encompasses it all, drugs and alcohol, prescription drugs. You can be DUI on prescription drugs just as much as you can on narcotics, illegal narcotics. So we're working towards that and getting those experts in place here in the town of Shelton so that she can be the person we call out and is able to recognize this and bring the training back to us.
Wow,
Oh,
very
very
nice.
nice.
So those patrols are coming up, and be on the lookout for them. And, of course, don't drive under impairment there. Carrie Lemmon, Darrin Moody talking not only United Way and the Day of Caring. Do you have some sponsors? You'd like to mention your sponsors?
I do.
All right, go for it.
How about I do this?
Yes.
Ah, nice.
Very
Mason County
nice.
Garbage is certainly our main sponsor with Republic Services, Mason County, Green Diamond Resources, Sierra Pacific, Black Star, Shelton Mason County Journal, Molina Healthcare, Hood Canal Communications, Peninsula Credit Union, Bowers Dental Group, Harrison Hospital, Mankey Lumber, Paymore Recycling. Those are our gold sponsors. So we have even more individuals that are helping us out this year.
Oh,
So
very
that's
nice.
amazing.
That's
so
great.
cool.
And
What
still
a great
plans
community.
coming up February, Valentine's auction, all that good stuff on the way. And
Yep.
All right, nice. Well, we'll get you back in to talk about those events as well. Nice to see you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for having
Have
us.
a great
you.
day. Focus on Shelton again, brought to you by our Community Credit Union. We'll be back after this.